thrones.
Thrones.
Them thrones.
Them thrones.
We ain't never left them alone.
Never have.
Them thrones.
Them thrones.
Them thrones.
Them thrones.
We back every week in your
and your
home.
phone.
Damn, Mike, what an episode. Another crazy episode in Westeros. Man, we gotta do a deep dive in. First of all, man, before we get into it, this is the Dim Thrones podcast. I am comedian B Stuck,
I am
along
Michael
with
Harriet.
my brother Michael Harriet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Be sure to smash that like button and donate to the Cash App. All of that good stuff, man. We ready to rock and roll. We're gonna give you this. We're gonna be riding with you the whole season. So, man, let's jump into it. This episode 2, called "The Road to Prince." What did you think about this episode, Mike?
Man, it was definitely it moved the plot along, man. I like the fact that like everybody underhanded. We getting really into the real Game of Thrones, Dim Thrones. Everybody want the Iron Throne. This is more about Dim Thrones than Game of Thrones, right? Because everybody want a piece of the
Yeah,
Iron Throne, man. Um, so yeah, I like that we
by
put
by any means necessary.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Whether you got to, pimp your daughter, whether you got to steal eggs, everybody going for theirs, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's crazy. My new home, um, here in the state of Maryland, everybody loves crabs, and now we find out what crabs eat.
Yeah, man. Crabs like we always talk about, crabs in the barrel or crabs in the bucket, man. But it really don't matter, man. Crabs gonna pull you down wherever they are, man. And I think scientists say like hermit crabs are the oldest species on the planet, right? So
Okay.
apparently that's how they got here by eating rotten niggas in Westeros, man.
I mean, they got them right there on the beach, man. You're supposed to be able to lay out on the beach. You're not supposed to have you're not supposed to be put on a pike and let the crabs come in and eat you, man. Like, man, it was nuts, man. Uh, I thought it was a good episode. I got a couple of rants I kind of want to jump into at some point before we wrap the show. Mike, I don't know if you caught this, but a while ago we did the top 10 real Negus of Game of Thrones, and number one was Beric Dondarrion.
Yeah,
And
yeah, we saw his
did
ancestor,
you
man.
catch?
Yeah,
No, no, no,
Dondarrion
no, no.
ancestor, man.
That's him. It
Oh
was
yeah, that
him.
is right. He ain't never died, man. Right? I
He
forgot.
never died.
Yeah, man. Oh man, our homeboy came back. The
Yo,
coolest
we
name
gotta
in
get a
all of
cameo
television
from him.
history, man. Beric Dondarrion.
Coolest, coolest name, coolest sword. I mean, we watched the man die, and here we are talking about a teenage version of him, slaying cats on the battlefield against J. Cole cousin Christian Cole.
Yeah, man. Christian Cole. I thought he was. You could tell when he first, fought old dude with the blonde do rag that he was gonna
Rufio.
be the star of the show. He just too pretty, man, to not be the star of the show, man. He gonna be the Jon
Yeah.
Snow of the future.
Nah, I think, he that character that you start to recognize, be like, all right, he fought Barry Dondarrion, so I might roll with him. And then the next episode he getting his throat cut out.
I don't know,
So
man.
you
I
never
don't,
know.
yeah. But he too pretty, bro, to
Yeah.
get his cut,
Um,
his throat cut.
yo, what did you think about the theme song coming back?
Yeah, man, I
Did it get
like
you hyped?
I think they like you can't really do better than the Game of Thrones theme song, man. Like I feel like they tried a variation of it, and it was like, I mean, why remake something or do a second best version of something that was already perfect, man? You know, I like the way they had the blood chasing the tracing the path in the opening, man, but you know, you can't they're not gonna be able to beat the Game of Thrones theme song with a bootleg version of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, all I could think about was the fire and the blood that's gonna rain down, just going in with the whole theme of the Targaryens. So I mean, I thought that was super dope, man. Another scene that kind of stuck out to me was you saw the daughter, one of the daughters that's getting pimped out, and Rhaenyra, and they were talking around this tomb with all of these candles lit, and I just kept thinking about all of the different viral videos that you see of white women's hair catching on fire, and they be like real close to them flames, you know what I'm saying? And it made me wonder, like is there a code enforcement in Westeros to ensure that your clothes are, built to be flame retardant?
No, I don't think so, bruh. Because, I mean, if that was the case, they couldn't allow it, first of all, because then that would make them immune to the dragons. And the dragons is what keep you in line, right? So,
That's right.
and
That's
then,
right. They can't be burnt.
and I feel like that Targaryen hair looks extra dry anyway. It looks like they all got split ends, you know. It, it's like all
Yeah.
the Targaryens need a little extra moisturizing or a hot oil treatment, man. You know, it don't look extra dry to you like it's made of hay or it looked like that Barbie doll hair, but you put your Barbie doll in the dryer for like 2 minutes.
It do look kind of licey. It do look like it got some, little lice that, maybe that's what the crabs are eating on. They're eating the lice out of their hair.
Well, you know, technically, pubic crabs are lice. So this might be like how this whole thing evolved, man. Back in Westeros, man, with that Targaryen hair. That's how we got pubic lice, man.
So, do you think that with all the mingling and intermingling, that the what's the black family name? Family Matters, Black Family Matters. Uh, Valerians. Do you think that
Yeah.
they have lice?
Nah, bro.
You,
Cause you seen the little girl. I mean, when they you know they still got black hair. It's just a different color, right? Homeboy still got the dreadlocks. It was just a different color. You know, black people don't get lice. And old girl, you know, her hair was blonde, but she still had natural hair. She had what about a 4B curl, you know. So
man,
yeah, that
that
was the
was the
creepiest
raggedest
scene. That
wig.
might have been the creepiest scene since Jamie and Cersei had sex on the dead body, man. That might have been the creepiest scene since then.
Yeah, that was particularly unsettling considering I have a daughter now.
Yeah,
So I so let, all right, so let me get into my first rant.
yeah,
So
man.
I watched that scene, Mike, and I had to think about R. Kelly. I thought about how we as a community put so much effort into, like, I guess really uh kicking R. Kelly out of the community, right? And as we should. I mean, that what he did was heinous. But the problem is we never address the culture that supported R. Kelly. We never it was a full on, as you know, it's like a full on culture war in the families because we still want to step in the name of love, but we
Yeah,
not,
see, and
you
that
know what
was
I
the
mean?
culture
And
that.
we gotta address the culture.
Yeah, man, because that culture. I mean, if you look at the R. Kelly story though, it closely resembles Game of Thrones because they say they used to let the parents used to let their daughters, meet up with him after high school, and he used to hang around the high schools.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying. It's
so,
like they
so,
had
so
a
we
feeder
gotta address the
program
culture, man.
into this. Yeah, it was R. Kelly had a whole feeder program. I mean, now, R. Kelly, you hear like you see random tweets or random stories. You don't know if they're real stories or not, or real sources where you find out, R. Kelly got one of his accusers pregnant right now, and you try not to lend any attention to it. But then you watching Game of Thrones and you seeing them like I don't want to normalize pedophilia. I don't want to do it. I don't want to even think about it. And it's even worse when you find out that the character that the king is playing is actually 76 years old. That's supposed to be his age. And then the
Oh,
little
okay.
girl, she, yeah, the little girl is either 8 or she might be 8 in real life, but 12 on the show. Is one somehow 12 and 8 got mixed in there, right? And I'm sitting there like, what is she gonna talk to this man about? Like, he don't watch Gracie's Corner. Like he don't play with Polly Pocket. You know what I mean? He ain't got a Elmo game. Like, what you gonna talk to this man about? And like, why? And she was so confident. Like, I was like, oh my god, this is gut wrenching to watch this scene. I'm actually kind of glad. I mean, I'm glad he didn't choose her, but I still it made me hate. I really don't like the king. Like this is just off bat right now. I'm not a fan of the king right now. And so anyway, that was just my rant. That was like my thoughts that went through my head. I was like, man, like if we attack the culture, because I mean, look, her parents pushed her up to be on the throne. She
Yeah,
can't
man.
even
And then
like
the
she's
king,
still
man.
coloring the driveway.
And all the king really like to do is sit in the room, play with Legos. Old girl broke his action figure, and
That's what I'm
she
saying.
did get it fixed. She got the maesters and the welders to fix it, but
Mm-hmm.
he was really happy to get the action figure back, man. You know,
How
because
you 76 with action figures?
yeah, with Legos and action figures, man. Which is crazy, man. But and the other thing about him, Beast, what do you think? You think he got early onset grayscale? What's wrong with him, man? Like you notice they keep
He got
alluding to like something eating away at him. Do 76-year-old white people age like that?
do they I I don't want I mean he went and got a maggot manicure.
Yeah,
And
man.
I mean that finger riding, like that thing looked like it's ready to go. They might as well just chop it off. Couldn't they
Yeah,
burn
he
it
got
or
them all
something?
over his
Like,
body, right? He got some on his back, some of the same kind of sores on his back. You think he got some early onset grayscale? Like I do not know that much about white people. Maybe that's how white people age. Maybe they don't die; they just slowly dissolve.
I mean, it's either that or like, he's turning into Morbius. Like he finna go into the MCU and just become, his dragon. I mean, what it really boiled down to is the the chair is is literally eating him. Like he can't sit on the throne. So
Yeah,
he literally is gonna have to vacate the throne. The
yeah,
throne don't want his ass. Like you
He
around
allergic to
here
iron, man.
choosing. That's what it is. He has an iron deficiency.
So so the other thing is, man, like, why they had to make the black guy the first one? Well, at least they made him like he built his business from the ground up. Like really, man, we need to also talk about really the only person that is keeping Westeros afloat is a black owned business. And all of this is really them ignoring, you know, the attack on black owned businesses. That's what a lot of this is really about, man. They're attacking his ships. He built that from the ground up, man. And they don't want to
Yeah.
protect black owned businesses, man.
Yeah, he apparently got it out the mud.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and the interesting, yeah, I mean that's essentially what is going on, and he is unable to get any resources to be kicked back to his community because
Right. They won't give him.
uh
He can't get
the
anything
the
from the
the
Small Business Administration. Um, you know,
well
the they funneling the money to the white-owned businesses, man.
well, I mean that's what they do. They think that the rising dragon will lift all the boats.
Yeah, man.
And that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening. It didn't happen in '08, and now it's definitely not happening in 2020. Well, what is this, one, whatever they are,
Yeah,
because they do so many time jumps.
negative 200.
But yeah, negative 100. Yeah, man, and I find it interesting. Now, this is what's going to be interesting, Mike. Do you think that uh, so the bad guy is like the crab feeder, and he looks like the I guess the precursor to the Mardi Gras mask
Yeah,
that we dealt with that fought with Daenerys, right? So they say he has like powerful um uh financial backers for what
from the
he's
free
doing
cities.
because they're trying to from the free city. So my question to you, Mike. All right, you got a family that's trying to ascend to the throne, and their last name is Hightower. Do you think that the man or the company that is funding the Crab Man is Steve Hightower and the High Tops?
It could be, man. It could be because he did make a lot of money selling them 72 button church suits, man. So
Right?
it could be, man. It could be. So
He's trying to break them off a piece of that funk.
yeah, man. So you never know. You never know. Plus, you know, when you look at the new Mardi Gras mask people, man, like I don't know, man. Like they look like they could belong to Anonymous, the internet hacking group. So this might
Mm-hmm.
be where they started, man. Um,
Yeah, this might be their origin story. I mean, they got a lot going on, and they coming hard. Like they just snapping up people. It's affecting the black business. It reminds me of how America built highways through the black business districts all across the country and here we are. We're disrupting the shipping lanes now. He gonna flex, and he's aligning himself with Damon. And like I told you, man, I ain't never met a good Damon, and
right, right.
I'm real concerned about that. I'm concerned
Well,
about
one thing
him
about
aligning
Damon,
with Damon like this.
the thing about Damon though is that at least Damon had like the king. He weak, man. He's scared to do everything. He feckless. He's timid.
Yeah,
But Damon, he's very decisive, man. Damon went and stole an egg to put in the wife with his old lady, man. Like if
no,
you gonna
no,
steal
his
a
side
dragon,
chick.
yeah, his side
That was
chick,
his side chick.
his side
Yeah,
chick. Then he he pulled the manti tail and said that she was pregnant and she wasn't pregnant, man. So
Yeah, who lies on the pregnancy?
yeah, so but he stole the egg, man. He's very decisive. So I can envision Damon swooping in on the Mardi Gras mask and lighting him on fire with his dragon, man. And then did you also
So
notice that old girl doing her walk with the king, the little girl, she casually mentioned like there's a dragon out there that they lost that's bigger and badder than all of the dragons and nobody knows where he is.
yeah, I did feed that, and yeah, but and it's because he's the oldest dragon, and he wouldn't fit in the dragon hangar that
Yeah.
he just get frequent fire miles and just go wherever he want to go.
But how
He
do
just
we
want
know
to
that
get
he ain't
away.
had no babies? Like it might be some more dragons.
Uh,
There might be some more dragons out there.
what though? I think that's where the three eggs came from that birth Daenerys
No, when
baby
Daenerys,
dragons.
I think when Daenerys, when the Mad King went crazy and they kicked Daenerys them out of Westeros, they left with like they basically rushed out and they packed up those three eggs. So I think
Yeah.
those eggs hadn't even been around yet. Those eggs that Daenerys them
Oh.
had, they came from the Dark
it-
Targaryen. That same little airplane hangar where they keep the skull. Cause remember she
it-
went back there to talk to John, and John went bend the knee.
right. Yeah, man. Speaking of callbacks, there was two other callbacks along with the Barry Dondarrion part. Did you see Damon talking to his side chick in the Dragonstone War Room? Like
Yeah,
all I could think about was Tyrion in there doing the planning and plotting, and Viserys and all our folks, man, that got fucked up by D&D.
yeah, man. That was a cool scene, man. But let me ask you this: do you get Red Witch vibes from Damon, our side chick? Because remember, the
Initially,
side
until
chick
she's
was about 200. I mean, the Red Witch was about 200 years old when she took off her necklace now.
did she have on a choker? I don't remember if she had on a
Nah, but I'm
choker in
saying
there.
she could be young now, and remember she 200
Oh,
years
and
old.
then I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I hear what you're saying. Well, the problem is, Mike, why does she talk like that?
I don't know, man. She
That
might be
was
from the
that
free
was a
cities, or
weird
yeah,
accent.
she got a weird accent that I don't even know. Like it's not even like an outsider accent. It is like how when you fly on an airplane and you've been swimming and water get in your ear. Like that's how she sound like.
Yeah, I mean, like she sounded like she was like mimicking how other people should sound
Yeah, like she's not like
on the
she's
on the
mimicking an
show,
accent. Like she's not even mimicking an
right?
accent. She's mimicking how people talk. Like how she's
Right.
making like her voice box is making sounds like how she imagines people sound.
You know what it reminded me of?
Ooh.
It reminded me of how Get Out did Fred Hampton voice in the movie. It was like he was he kept mimicking him. He was like, that ain't how he sound. He was struggling off that like one little 20 second clip. He made a whole movie off of it. He got an Oscar though, you know what I mean? Somebody liked it. But I don't know, it just made me think about
I don't know. Maybe I
that.
don't know where the accent was from, man. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of Dornish mixed with I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that was some v- Vibonics,
Yeah, man.
Valibonics or something. I don't know. Um, and then another one we saw the king looking out the window, the same window that Tom jumped out of and killed himself.
Yeah, man.
Did you
Yeah, that
did
that
you
brought
see
back
that?
memories, man. I mean, Tommy. First of all, Tommy didn't jump out the window. He stepped out, like he just walked out.
Yo, man,
it
top
was
five greatest
like
scenes, bro.
like he
Like,
thought it was a step under there.
yo, man,
He
it
did
was
not jump out the
old
window. Don't
bird,
put that
bro.
on Tommy. He walked out that window
Nah, he done.
bravely, without any hesitation. He believed he could fly.
I mean, he walked past the screen, past it again, and it was quiet, and he was out.
Like that nigga did not
No,
believe in gravity.
God, yeah, that was a wild part. Yeah, but I don't know. I thought
Is
about
that
that
first of
when
all,
Buddy
we
was
keep
looking.
saying this. Is that a flashback if it happens in the future? Or if it's, is it a callback if it
Oh,
happens in the future?
I don't know. You don't know how time works in
Yeah, I
Game
don't know.
a call forward. That's what it is.
A premonition.
Yeah, no. You know what else I like, Mike? Point out, going back to two things about the little black girl walking with the king. One, it was a call back to them, like, well, a call forward to them walking in the garden. You know, every time someone's in the garden, there's a betrayal about to happen, and then the betrayal happens at the end. You know, with her not being selected, but did you think that what did you think about her dress? Like, do you think that was a Game of Thrones dress? Because
I
like I
don't know.
don't know
Like
if
she
they
was,
have aqua in Game of Thrones.
yeah. Like it,
Where
it
you get
was.
an aqua thread?
It was given like John Benet Ramsey, like too grown yet out of character vibes, like Victorian era.
That's what
Like
it was. That's literally that's what the wife said. That's what the wife said,
yeah,
man.
man. It was like hearkening back to like slavery and British royalty. No, like more
On some
French, like
Bridgerton.
Marie Antoinette-ish.
It was Bridgerton, House of Bridgerton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't fit. Nothing about that scene was good, man. I mean, she had on the Hamilton wig, and I kept thinking about Lil Rue from Hunger Games. That's what she kind of reminded me of.
Hey,
And
I wanna give y'all an Easter egg, man. So I don't know if I didn't slow it down, so I need the viewers to do this. When Rihanna Targaryen or whatever her name is, Rihanna, Rosita, when she go and she's on the balcony with her auntie talking about feminists putting feminism back into Westeros, and the auntie stands up. I think you can barely see the shadow of an Air Force One. Y'all slow down your TV and zoom in. Under that long Victorian dress, man, Auntie Targaryen had on Air Force Ones, man. I'm telling y'all. Like the
I,
princess, the queen that never was, she had on Air Force Ones, black Air Force Ones, and you know you can't trust people who wear black Air Force Ones.
she was gonna stomp her out if she
Yeah,
said the
man.
wrong thing.
Yeah, man.
The queen that never was has the same storyline as Smurfette.
I
Like
think,
Smurfette just rolled around. She wasn't nobody trying to marry her, but she
hey,
was the
but you,
queen. But they just never gave her the title.
hey, but they say there's you look up the conspiracy theory that Smurfette was actually created by Gargamel.
Wait, okay,
Yeah, I'm
Mike.
telling y'all, look up that, Google that.
All
Like
right, all right, we
we
gotta do
going
that after the
deep
show.
into Smurf Game of Thrones.
You have to make me go in there. Speaking of Victorian era and all the different era, wait, what era is the Smurfs? isn't that like that's more Game of Thrones. They had the little tunics that they was rocking and everything. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. Yeah, man. But see, that was
Yeah,
prehistory because Gargamel was actually the devil, and like, I don't even. But you got to go Google it.
yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
you too woke, Mike. You too
yeah.
woke.
It's not woke. It's not even a woke conspiracy. It is just like Game of Thrones. I mean, the Smurfs was an allegory. They should go have
um,
a they should have a kingdom like or an island that they roll up on and it's all Smurfs. Like Game of Thrones is
that's
basically
hilarious.
like Gulliver's Travels, man. It's got stone people. Why can't they have Smurfs?
Just, I mean, they had Tyrion, so I mean, maybe Tyrion was like, from their village,
Yeah,
you
he
know.
was an albino Smurf for real.
Yo, have you heard the? I mean, speaking of conspiracy theories, like about Tyrion is supposed to be a Targaryen
No, I never heard that.
because there's yeah apparently his mother was cheating on what's the Lannister Tywin
Yeah,
Lannister. He was so focused on the war and just the protection of the realm that he didn't take care of the crib. And at the crib, his wife was sleeping with one of the Targaryens, and that's what made the Lannisters like really hate the Targaryens. And then when Tyrion was born, uh, his mother died in the same way that the mother died last episode because apparently that's like a thing,
I
and
mean,
that's supposed to be kind of it was never like outrightly stated. It was just a theory.
well, yeah, but I mean, we know Tyrion dad. Part of why Tyrion dad hated him was not just because he was a little person, but because he killed his mom at birth. Like that was always kind of a running theme in the relationship.
Right, but then the third thing was
He wasn't
she
his daddy's
died.
child. Yeah,
Right, and that's why I was so hoping that he would jump on the dragon, but he never did
yeah,
jump on the dragon. He was too small, man. He needed like a little mini dragon or something.
yeah. He got he. I
You
mean, I
know,
don't think they have like child seats for dragon or baby seats for dragon. Booster. They don't have no booster seats for dragon.
they don't they don't have the Draco,
Nah.
the Greco Draco.
Yeah, you gotta have a booster seat if Tyrion want to have a dragon. If you want Tyrion to ride it. But I guess, if old girl, she 15, she swooped in on the dragon. She almost did a drive-by. But, it worries me, even though I'm not a big fan of the king, it worries me that the hand of the king is really got the heart of a bitch, man. I mean, he,
I mean, he a real he a hoe about his, bro.
yeah, man. I mean, he really went up there with all the whole with him. Hey, man, I mean, you give us the egg
He
back, cause I mean, I don't know, man. You should have took the egg, man. Come on, man. Why don't you give us the egg back?
Yo, man, he pulled like you don't take a maester to battle. The
Nah,
maester
like
sitting
what
there
the fuck a
holding his
Masons
clothes
was doing
together.
up there?
Yeah, like he ain't finna like do no magic the dragon spells or nothing like that. He just looked
And
like he had the key.
and then
And I was like,
Damon
how
got
you
the
gonna
police
fight?
officers out there. Got the police officers that just finished. They got a police brutality lawsuit coming from the whole city of Westeros, and so the police union is down with Damon. So you can't be going out there fucking around. He bringing maesters, and you bringing J Cole, and that's it
Yeah,
basically.
J. Cole's the only one who can fight. He
Yeah,
brought like the old wrestler. He brought Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He bought Bruce the Barber Beefcake. He
yeah,
bought
Dusty
Coco
Rose.
Beware. Yeah, you know what I mean? At least at least bring Farouk. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Bring
He
a
bought the junkyard
I
dog.
mean, hey man, dude, then the dragon pulled up and was like, oh man, you really want to do this? And if it
Yeah,
wasn't
because like, and
for old
I mean,
girl,
I ain't telling you what to do, but I mean, he is a little protective of me. So, why don't you just give me my egg and we can
right,
get on out of here.
right.
Hey, I didn't know you had to keep
I
dragon eggs in the in a in a in a in the air fryer. You see, they had to put it in the air fryer. The dragon egg, they put it in the air fryer to, to take it back to
no,
the restaurant. I didn't even know you. How did Daenerys keep that dragon egg so fresh, man? If they didn't have an air fryer.
I mean, it was amazing that. Well, you know what? They kept theirs because they went to dorm with them,
Oh, it's
so it
hot
was
enough in
already hot
dorm.
in dorm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's hot. It's room temperature over there. You know what I mean? So they couldn't do it back in the day because global warming wasn't what it was back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I did see that though. That's
I didn't
hilarious.
know, man. I just didn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I mean uh what's her name? Rhaenyra. Like I loved how Rhaenyra is like she was just getting upset, man. Like uh she actually punked the uncle,
Yeah,
the
she did.
brother,
She punked. I mean, she was like, "Oh, I mean,
Damon. She punked the
we
shit
can't
out
just go
of
to
Damon.
war." Yeah, she punked her
Right,
uncle,
right.
man.
But I mean, actually the king punked Damon too. He was like, he don't want nothing but a couple of dollars to shut up. He just needed to go on timeout, sit in the corner. And
I,
I mean, it was the high tower, it was the hand of the king being a bitch again that like was trying to escalate everything.
yeah, he went over there. He talked a lot of stuff about Damon's side chick, called her a hoe and everything. But then when
Yeah.
Damon was ready to fight, he was like, I mean, y'all put y'all swords back in your pockets, man. I mean, we cool, everything cool.
Hey, and then another thing about that, right? Did they cuss? Did they cuss on the first Game of Thrones?
I
I
don't.
don't remember. I gotta really think about that. I know we
Yeah, I
got a
got to think
lot of
about
stuff,
it.
but
I mean, they
he
showed Tilly,
said
so
fuck.
they had everything, man. I can't imagine they stopped that. I mean, technically, lick spittle is a cuss, and but I don't remember. Like
But I'm saying
maybe I don't know.
but he said fuck. He said fuck. Like they didn't say that on Game of Thrones.
I don't
I
know. I
don't. I
can't
mean, did they
remember.
cuss?
It
I
was
gotta go back and
200 years in
I
the future,
know
man. They probably got rid of cuss words. They probably evolved past that. They savages.
we got we got smirking whore of Highgarden. Like I think that's a little more sophisticated than just saying put your fucking swords away.
Yeah.
That was kind of lame. That showed how lame he is, man. Like I don't want him to be around much longer, man. We got to see how this gonna go.
I mean, his daughter is about to be the well, I don't know. We don't know
The
if she's gonna be
queen
queen because anything can happen on Game of Thrones, right? You know,
and
but
anybody anything can get it. So
he about to see the fruit of his pimping labor, so you never know.
what we do know is they birthed the Mad King
Yeah.
because so their son is going to be Aegon. So we do know that.
Is
We
it?
just
Is
got to
it?
see how the rest of it gonna play out.
Is it?
I
Is
think
it?
that's the Mad King.
I know. No. It can't be because so the Mad King was Daenerys's father. So it's got to be
I'm
way.
saying.
It can't be 200 years into the future. Like I mean, the Mad King wasn't 203, so it can't be like. I think
I
it's
mean,
a few more generations before the Mad King because remember Daenerys when um when Daenerys uh asked John to bend the knee, she cited the reason that he should bend the knee was old whatchamacallit Starks, the one that we saw last episode, that he pledged his loyalty to the Targaryens. And she was like, that was your great great grandfather, something like that. So it's got to be a few more generations before like it's because if like let's say the old girl married the king, and in 5 years they have a son, then that means like Aegon lived 204 Years, nah. I think they still got a few more generations a
I don't know, Mike.
before the Mad King.
Like they be doing time jumps. You never know. I don't know. It might be an Aegon the second or the fourth or something like that. But I do know it came from that Aegon line though. I think that's what
Yeah, yeah, but I'm
We'll
saying
see
that
how it play
lineage
out.
got a few more generations, bro. I think they might have a few more
All right,
generations before
we'll
they
see.
get to the Mad King.
All right, yeah, we'll see how it go. What else about this episode?
I mean, man, just like really, it was an episode that was mainly focused on everybody pimping, right? The hand of the king was pimping his daughter. The
Mm,
black man was pimping his daughter. Damon was pimping his side chick. Like everybody was pimping.
pimping for power.
Yeah,
They was, they was popping for pimps.
yeah.
A lot of people don't know that song. That's a Birmingham classic right there.
Don't look it up. Do
um,
not look that up. Trust me,
Juvenile
don't
went
do
kind of
that.
hard on that one though. No, I think I, black dude. Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you. So every time I see Valerian, oh, that's his last name. I don't know his first name, but I keep wanting him to be Don Cheadle. Like I keep like looking at him, and I just think Don Cheadle and be like, and like it's like my brain see Don Cheadle, but this ain't Don Cheadle. But dude just be
Nah,
like sassy. Like he was sassy the whole episode. Like, I ain't saying he looked like Don Cheadle. I'm saying that this looked like a role that Don Cheadle would kill. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you
Like
who he looked like.
he would be Don.
He
Who he
looks
look
like
like?
he looks like a little bit like old dude from The Wire, not the one who built the doll houses, but the one who turned down the promotion to be to
Oh, Daniels.
yeah. He looked a little bit like Daniels with
You
dreadlocks.
think he? I don't know if he look like Daniels. Like
And then he looked
Daniels
a
got
little
a
bit like Whitley Daddy on A Different World with dreadlocks.
now Whitley Daddy was uh dang, what's my man? Black exploitation movie.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Uh, God, why I can't think of the movie? Curtis Mayfield singing the song. I know the folks in the comments. Superfly, Superfly.
Yeah.
He don't look like Superfly, Mike. he looked like uh he looked like Roadblock from G.I. Joe. Nah, hey, and then I think Rhaenyra looked like Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like they gotta be his daughter or something, man. Like I was like, dang. Cause he could act too, before he passed away.
Yeah, he could really act, man.
Oh man, but yeah, great episode, man. I'm excited. Well, I don't like the pedophilia stuff. They lost me on that, but otherwise, man, we got to see, how they moving. I hope we get to see the little black girl ride a dragon at some point. Maybe if they do a time jump or something, she'd be she get awarded as like, the first black, and then they put all in the papers and everything, being the first black
Yeah, she the first
woman
black
owned
dragon
dragon
rider.
business.
Yeah.
Right.
And
She started like a dragon, a business, a minority
yeah,
owned
dragon
business.
grooming
And
um boutique.
there you go. There you go.
The first
Making
black on
dragon
dragon.
riding too.
Yeah, dragon riding lessons. The first black on dragon riding school in South Westeros.
Yo, and they gonna be making the moisture wick dragon outfits
Yeah,
with that's with the Victorian style.
under dragon armor.
All right, man. Yo, man, I can't wait. We got to see what shakes, man. See what come down the pipeline. Yo, man,
Them thrones,
them thrones.
them thrones,
We ain't never left them alone.
never have.
Hot D,
Hot D,
hot D,
hot D.
serving laughs every day of the week. It's the real Negus, y'all. Peace.
We out.